I think that the league has told him, and please forgive me if I'm misspeaking, but I believe that there was something about rankings, and Levan only wanted to pull guys who were like a certain rank, and so Mike had to be. I think Mike is 5th.
I would agree.
I think he is.
When I first heard the announcement of this Michael versus Kamil rematch, my first reaction was nobody asked for this match. Yes, I kind of knew that they're trying to get Michael in the top 5 so that his match against Levan is justified. But I didn't know that it was Levan who asked for this. Levan thinks that only a top 5 guy should get a shot against his title. And that makes sense. If you remember, after the previous East versus West event, I said the same thing, that there should be a rule that only one of the top 5 guys in the weight class should get a shot against the title holder. So basically this means that if you can beat any of the guys from rank 2 to rank 5, you can get a shot. But only after the others have tried their luck against the champion. And if you cannot beat anyone in the top 5, what makes you think you deserve a shot at the title? If that rule existed before, Jerry wouldn't have had a title shot because he never beat anyone in the top 5. And no matter how much you say styles make matches, Jerry is a flop presser, a different kind of arm wrestler, Michael Todd is a king's mover, different kind of arm wrestler, no amount of styles make matches can justify this thing that you cannot beat anyone in the top 5, you cannot even pin anyone once in the top 5, and you can somehow do something against Levan. Styles make matches don't work like that. Kamil is kind of unlucky here. He just got his 5th rank by defeating Jerry, and now he has to defend it against someone who recently beat him pretty badly. And most likely, he's going to lose once again. And most likely behind the scenes, even the promoters will be rooting for Michael to win this match because they want to see a Michael versus Levan match. If a top 5 rank is what it takes to face Levan, why am I not getting a shot against Levan? We'll discuss Michael Todd's top 10 rankings as well, but before that, let's talk about Leonidas Arcona versus Brian Shaw. First, let's discuss Brian Shaw. After the recent questions on Brian Shaw's interest and his remaining motivation in arm wrestling, he has started to post a few stories. He even posted one video where he was getting the basics of arm wrestling refreshed once again with Brad Grundy. And in his stories, he tagged Devin Larratt. So this is kind of him showing that he's still involved in arm wrestling. Obviously, he's not announcing any super match anytime soon. But on the other hand, if we look at Devin Larratt's Instagram page and his YouTube videos, he's constantly pushing for a Leonidas versus Brian Shaw match. And sometimes Devin is even acting like the match is already confirmed. It is just about to be announced anytime soon.
As you see, boom, boom. I'm just warming up. Hey, can you beat him? Can I beat who? Yeah, of course. Of course I can beat him.
I hope that is the case. I think it can be a close match. I do believe Leonidas is the favorite because Leonidas took John Brazing's hand. He took Schoolboy's hand. So I think his hand will not be vulnerable against Brian Shaw's top roll. And Brian Shaw cannot beat him inside. Maybe a flop press will be Brian's only option to win that match. And we've seen that a flop press can work against Leonidas. So Leonidas is at Devin's house and he set his personal best in the cheat curl exercise, 320 pounds for a couple of reps, 2.5 reps. They're saying that this can be a world record too. I don't think so. But even though he was totally exhausted, his arms were exhausted, he still attended a practice at Devin's house and he seems to be doing good there. Leonidas was saying that he didn't train for more than a year and somehow he still got stronger on the table. In his recently updated top 10 rankings of the world, Michael said that Alex Cordecha needs to be out of top 10. He lost to Jerry, who has been losing to everyone pretty badly. And then Jerry should be moved to number 10 because he lost to Kamil Jablonski. Number 9 is Kamil. Number 8 is Georgy Zaranov. Number 7 is Morozov. 6, Georgy Svetkov. 5, Michael Todd. He thinks that he's going to beat Kamil 3-0 once again, this time even easier. Hopefully easier. That's what he said. 4, Vitaly. 3, Hermes. 2, Devin. 1, Levan. In this shape, Michael believes that Vitaly will beat Hermes, but he'll have to keep Hermes above Vitaly in the rankings until that happens. Pro Punjab League has announced a super match for 31st January, which will decide who is the number 2 arm wrestler in India. Abhas Rana versus Yuvraj. two youngsters. Abbas is not even 18 yet. Yuvraj is maybe 23. They both started arm wrestling after 2022, so relatively new. 90% of the community believes that we already know that Yuvraj is the number 2 guy. He has been pinning Abbas effortlessly in the practice polls, and he thinks that Abbas is not a challenge for him. He should and he will settle for the number 3 spot. I'll update you about the results of this match. Thanks for watching. Like the video. I'll see you again.